So let us discuss regarding the topic, the difference between I and me. So human personality is usually based on two elements. Number one is I and number two is me. So basically these terms I and me were coined by an American psychologist called Herbert Mead. Herbert Mead is also known to be the father or the founder of symbolic interactionism. Now, symbolic interactionism, is the perspective of sociology in which different individuals symbolically interact within the society. Basically, Herbert Mead gave the idea of self in his theory of self, in which he divides human behavior or human personality into two elements, I and me. According to Herbert Mead, I is basically a person's consciousness of being existing in this world, whereas me is actually the self consciousness regarding which an individual decides what he actually is. You can say that I is actually by instinct, in which human usually knows that he is existing in a system or in a surrounding, whereas me always decided by the surrounding in which he is present. The factor me is actually developed by the social interaction. So social interaction is only possible when the individual exists in a society and individual interacts with the other elements of the society. So in simple words, we can say that me is actually a representation on the basis of which other individuals consider or recognize or identify a person. Now, a question is raised that if a person's self consciousness is basically based on the basis of how he represents himself, or how other people recognized himself, or how other people describe himself, then what that person actually is. Normally, we used to commonly say that human is a social animal, but in society, a person don't show the real face of him, right? So it interacts according to the situation or the conditions in which he is present at that time. But whenever he gets alone, and at that time, he used to be what he actually is. According to the Japanese philosophy, a person is having three faces. One he used to show in his family, the other he used to show to his peers and colleagues and subordinates, and the third one is his actual face. Nobody knows about that face of a person, and that face of a person is actually what he is. Normally, people wants to show in a society what they want to show. Nobody gives a sign of his or her reality to the society. That's it. We can say that the personality elements of I is basically instinct. It's basically a consciousness of existence. That's it. It usually develops by birth or within 3 to 4 years. And the me element of a personality is usually built up or developed according to how a society shape a person, or how an individual interacts within a society.